Your person is feeling deeply stuck and suffocated in a toxic karmic situation, a web of negativity and unresolved lessons that keeps pulling them down. It's a place where their soul feels heavy, where every choice they make seems to lead them in circles instead of forward. They know, deep inside, that they are not living their truth. They feel trapped, as if invisible chains are holding them in place, and this stagnant energy is wearing them down mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The weight of their mistakes presses on them every single day, and one of their greatest burdens is the shame they carry when it comes to you. They are far too embarrassed to come forward and apologize for abandoning you. Every time they think of reaching out, their pride and guilt collide, leaving them frozen. They replay the moments in their mind, the times you showed them kindness, understanding, and patience, and it becomes even harder for them to face you. They know you were nothing but loving, loyal, and supportive. You gave them a kind of devotion and acceptance that many people never experience in their entire lifetime. Yet, instead of cherishing you, they treated you with coldness, indifference, or even cruelty. They know you did not deserve any of that. The memory of their actions sits in their chest like a stone they can't put down. What makes it worse for them is the realization that you are a powerful healer. They may not have understood it at the time, but you carried an energy that could soothe wounds they didn't even know they had. Your presence was calming yet transformative, gentle enough to comfort, but strong enough to awaken deep truths within them. Before they met you, they didn't truly know what love was. They may have thought they did, but it was surface level, conditional, or rooted in pain and dysfunction. With you, they felt something purer, more genuine, and it scared them. Instead of leaning into that light, they ran from it, perhaps thinking they were unworthy or fearing the vulnerability it demanded. Now, they regret so much. They regret the words they didn't say, the actions they didn't take, and the ways they let fear dictate their choices. In their quiet moments, they wish they could rewrite the past. They long for a reality where they treated this connection with the seriousness and respect it deserved. They now see that this separation is more than just a break between two people, it feels like divine punishment. It's as though the universe is holding up a mirror, forcing them to see the consequences of their own actions. They have lost someone irreplaceable, and that truth burns. What surprises them most is your strength. In their absence, they expected you to crumble, to be lost without their presence. But instead, you've risen higher than ever. Your independence, resilience, and self-assured energy shine even brighter now. You embody the high priestess energy, wise, intuitive, and self-empowered. You move through life with grace and dignity, unshaken by their choices, and this both humbles and inspires them. They can see that you are not someone who needs them to feel whole, you are already complete on your own. This revelation stirs something in them, a mixture of admiration, longing, and a deep sense of loss. They think about you often, more than they would ever admit. Your presence is unforgettable. It's etched into their soul in a way they can't shake off. Certain songs, places, scents, or even random moments of silence bring you rushing back to their mind. And yet, from your perspective, it might seem like they don't care at all. You might believe that they've moved on, that they've forgotten you entirely. But the truth is, they are still there in the background, watching. They are lurking quietly, keeping track of your life in subtle ways, gathering bits and pieces of your story without revealing themselves. What you may not realize is that they are also plotting. Not in a malicious way, but with a desire to find their way back to you. They think about how to break the silence, how to re-enter your world without being rejected outright. They imagine scenarios where they could explain everything, where they could pour out their heart and finally tell you what you meant, and still mean, to them. But fear still holds them back. Fear of your reaction, fear of facing the hurt they caused, fear that too much time has passed. Still, in their heart, they know this connection is different. No matter what karmic cycles they're trapped in now, they can't erase the impact you've had on them. They can't forget the way you saw them, the real them, even when they couldn't see themselves clearly. That kind of love doesn't just vanish. It leaves an imprint, one that lingers through every choice, every day, every lonely night. And so, they remain caught between two worlds, the toxic situation they feel bound to, and the deep pull they feel toward you. Their soul knows where it belongs, but their human fears keep them hesitating. In the meantime, they watch your light from afar, amazed at how brightly you shine without them, and wondering if they will ever be brave enough to step back into it. I want to be completely open with you, in every way that matters. I want to share my thoughts, my fears, my struggles, and my joys without holding anything back, because I trust you with the most fragile parts of who I am. When something weighs on my mind, I want to tell you. When my day is heavy, I want to lean on you, not because I expect you to fix everything, but because I know you will listen, understand, and simply be there. And just as much, I want to be that person for you, the one you turn to when life feels overwhelming, the one who stands beside you in moments of uncertainty, and the one who celebrates with you in times of joy. I want to be the presence you can count on, no matter the distance, the time, or the circumstances. I want to protect you, not in a way that takes away your strength, because you are strong beyond measure, but in a way that makes you feel safe, cherished, and valued. I want to give you the time and attention you deserve, to slow down and truly see you in every moment we share. My goal is not just to tell you I love you, but to show it in ways that leave no room for doubt. Whether it's through the simplest gesture or the grandest effort, I want you to feel deeply appreciated. I want to make you happy, not just with fleeting moments of joy, but with a steady, unwavering love that becomes part of your daily life. To me, you are my light in the dark, the glow that guides me when the world feels uncertain. You are my hope when things seem hopeless, the reason I keep going when I might otherwise give in to despair. You are my faith when I feel insecure, reminding me that love, true love, can stand unshaken even when life tests us. And no matter what challenges we face, I believe distance can never separate two hearts that genuinely care for one another. The miles between us might be real, but they cannot touch the bond we've built. That bond lives in every word, every thought, every heartbeat we share. When I met you, something inside me shifted in a way I still can't fully explain. You broke me open, not in a way that caused pain, but in a way that allowed light to flood in where there had once been walls. I began to feel things I hadn't felt in a long time, maybe things I had never truly felt at all. You awakened emotions that were pure and unfiltered, sweet, heavenly feelings that reminded me what it means to be alive, to care, and to dream again. Before you, there were pieces of me that were quiet, hidden, or asleep. With you, those parts have woken up. I love you because, with you, I can be my truest self. I can speak without rehearsing, laugh without holding back, and show my weaknesses without shame. You see the version of me that few others ever get to see, the one who doesn't have to hide behind strength or perfection. With you, I am free. I am open with my feelings, unafraid of judgment, knowing that you accept me fully, even in my most unpolished moments. That kind of freedom is rare, and I don't take it for granted. After seeing you, truly seeing you, my heart knew what it wanted. It wasn't a slow realization, it was a deep, certain recognition. My soul knew this was real. There is something undeniable about the way you fit into my life, as though you were always meant to be here. You are not just someone I love, you are someone I believe in. You are my home, even when I am far from you. I imagine our days together, both the extraordinary and the ordinary. I picture the mornings when we wake up slowly, wrapped in comfort, and the nights when we sit in quiet conversation, our hands intertwined. I think about the laughter we share in moments of silliness, and the calm reassurance in moments of difficulty. I want to build not only memories but also a life where we can grow together, learn together, and face whatever the future brings as one. I know love is not only about passion or grand declarations, it's also about patience, understanding, and forgiveness. It's about knowing that neither of us is perfect, but choosing each other every single day regardless. It's about listening when it's hard, staying when it's tempting to run, and believing in the us we've created even when life feels uncertain. That is the kind of love I want to give you, and it's the kind of love I want to nurture with you for as long as we're blessed to have each other. You have taught me that love isn't about finding someone to fill an empty space, it's about finding someone who inspires you to become the best version of yourself while loving the version you are right now. You make me want to try harder, dream bigger, and love deeper. I can't promise I'll always have the right words, but I can promise that I'll always mean them. I can't promise I'll never make mistakes, but I can promise I'll always fight to make things right. So here I am, standing in the truth of what I feel, telling you openly, you matter to me more than I can measure. You are not just part of my life, you have become the heartbeat of it. Whatever comes our way, whatever challenges or distances, I will hold on to us. Because my heart has already chosen you, and my soul has already said yes. Your partner is in a place of deep emotional turmoil at this very moment. Beneath the surface, they are carrying a heaviness that feels almost unbearable. Their heart is aching, but they are doing everything in their power to hide it from you. On the outside, they may seem composed, maybe even distant, but on the inside, they are wrestling with emotions that threaten to overwhelm them. It takes tremendous strength for them to keep this pain concealed, and yet they push forward, putting on a mask so that you cannot see the full extent of their suffering. No matter how hard they try to push these feelings aside, they find themselves unable to truly escape them. The weight of the heartbreak lingers, haunting them in quiet moments when their guard is down. This is not just a fleeting sadness, it feels like a cycle they can't break, a pattern rooted deeply in their own behaviors, ways of thinking, and emotional habits. In some ways, they realize that their pain is tied to the way they approach relationships and how they react when they feel vulnerable. This self-awareness makes the situation even more difficult, because they know that part of their struggle comes from within, yet they still can't seem to let go. They can't shake the feeling that you may no longer be fully invested in this connection. There's a sense of loss creeping into their heart, a fear that you have pulled away emotionally, even if you haven't said it outright. They wonder if your interest has faded, if the connection they once felt so strongly is now only a shadow of what it used to be. This thought unsettles them deeply, stirring up anxiety, longing, and a desperate need to understand where things stand between you. Despite these fears, they remain unable to detach from you. In fact, it seems that their feelings have only intensified. They find themselves drawn to you in ways they can't explain, even when distance or silence stretches between you. Quietly, almost obsessively, they watch you from afar, whether that means literally observing you in some way or simply keeping tabs on you in their mind. They analyze your words, your actions, and even your silences, trying to piece together what you might be feeling. In the privacy of their thoughts, they keep returning to the idea of reconciliation. The longing to bridge the gap between you is strong, but they know that this time, a small gesture won't be enough. They can't just offer a casual apology or a surface-level attempt at reconnection. They understand that what's needed now is something deeper, more sincere, and more vulnerable than anything they've offered before. Because of this, they are taking their time and carefully strategizing how to approach you. This isn't manipulation, it's preparation. They want to be honest with you in a way they may not have been able to in the past. They are considering the right words, the right moment, and the right way to open up about feelings they have guarded for far too long. It's as though they have been keeping their heart locked away in a safe, but now they're ready to hand you the key, no matter how frightening that might be for them. These emotions they hold for you run deep, deeper than they have ever expressed. Perhaps in the past, they downplayed their affection or kept their truest feelings hidden out of fear of rejection or vulnerability. But now, the emotions are too strong to ignore. They've been bottled up for so long that they're pressing at the edges, demanding to be released. And with this shift, something else has changed. The dynamic between you seems to have reversed. Where once they may have been more guarded, perhaps even in control of the emotional pace between you, they now find themselves in a softer, more open, and more receptive space. They are leaning into what could be described as a feminine energy, one that is vulnerable, intuitive, emotional, and nurturing. This shift may feel unfamiliar to them, but it is genuine. They are allowing themselves to feel fully, even if it means being exposed or risking rejection. The truth is, they don't just want to repair what was broken, they want to build something stronger and more honest than before. They want to stand before you with their heart in their hands, stripped of pretense, and let you see every part of them, their fears, their mistakes, their regrets, but also their love, devotion, and hope. They want to create a space where you can both speak openly, without holding back, so that the bond between you can either be restored or, at the very least, honored for what it has meant. Right now, they are in the midst of this inner struggle, caught between the fear of opening up and the pain of holding it all in. The thought of losing you entirely terrifies them far more than the discomfort of vulnerability. They know that if they don't take this chance, they may live with the regret of never telling you how much you truly mean to them. And so, quietly, they gather their courage, holding on to the hope that when the moment comes, their honesty will be met with understanding. In their heart, they believe that this connection is worth fighting for. Even if they have to face rejection, they would rather try and fail than spend the rest of their life wondering what might have been. Every day, their mind returns to you, not as a passing thought, but as a constant presence. You have become, in a very real sense, a part of them. And no matter how much pain they have felt, that truth remains unchanged. This is where they stand now, heartbroken yet hopeful, fearful yet determined, distant yet deeply connected. They are preparing themselves for the moment when they can finally speak their truth and let you see the depth of the love they have carried silently for so long. And when that moment comes, they will no longer be hiding behind masks or guarded words. They will stand before you as they truly are, ready to offer their heart without hesitation.